We're back, gentlemen. This is the first episode we've done in what, a month? I think. At least, yeah. It was 2 moving weekends for me. Then you went on a little trip, right?
Yeah, the weekend before we were out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this thing's been it was sitting on a counter, or you bought it, set it on my counter, sat on a counter, went into a refrigerator, traveled to another refrigerator, sat in that refrigerator, then got into a igloo with ice and made its way here. So I'm really hoping we don't end up with 12-bottle explosion today.
I don't think we will.
But if we don't, this is guaranteed good beer. I've never had a bad Stone beer, ever. So, do we want to go over what we've got ourselves here?
Yes.
The mixed variety pack that is sitting in front of this massive man here.
That's good looking.
Back by popular demand.
You are actually.
YouTube demanded.
We have actually had people message me and say like that he's a fan favorite.
I understand.
And I agree.
I understand.
So, what I'm worried about is he does such a good job that I'm gonna be without of a job and I'm gonna just be behind the camera while this some bitch is doing every video with you.
Work yourself out of a job. That's how it's done, right? All right, so what we have here is a Stone IPA mixed pack. It's got 4 different beers in it. We got the original Stone IPA, which Stone IPA is OG as fuck. Like, they were one of the first IPA guys from what I understand. Like 1998 came out with that thing. They're old school microbrewery, made it big. Like, they were one of the first. Them and another, what's the other popular one? They always have them in saucer. They even have a sign of it up there.
Oh, I know
it's
what
old school.
It's not Sierra Nevada.
That's it, Sierra Nevada.
Okay.
So these are your first like kind of big microbreweries that started small, made their way up. I think they even got their own distribution now and stuff like that. So these guys are making it. The original Stone. Then we've got the Stone Exotic Destination, which you can only get in this 12-pack here. As of my research this morning.
Wow.
New exclusive IPA. Then we've got the, John, can you read that? I am partially.
Fear Movie Lions Double IPA.
Yeah, so a double with some interesting name. I don't know what I
Fear
thought.
Movie Lions.
And then their Tangerine Express Hazy IPA, which is actually really good. If you like hazies, which I borderline, like sometimes they're too hazy, this one's good.
So you've had that tangerine hazy?
I've had everything in here except for the exotic, obviously, because I haven't had this variety pack yet. And once again, I've never had bad stuff.
Yeah.
They are on my list to go to in, I believe, San Diego. Whenever I get a chance, I'm ready to go out there. I don't see it being a bad time. The brewery, like, they've got multiple locations, and they've got like a bar set up in like a very old 1900s, like early 1900s thing. I don't know what it is, and it looks really badass. You were real close to that thing, and you missed your chance.
Yeah, good. Shit, I believe we went 2 months in a row. We had the same
You were too busy getting drunk on a beach.
Yeah.
We ready to crack it up? John, you want to do the honors since you're the guest?
I'm being careful here. Don't rip the box in half.
Now explain this. Is it easy to open?
It's an ease of open. Oh, we're doing an unboxing video, guys. Everybody take their shirts off. Shirtless unboxing.
Very cool.
Box is very.
This must feel like what it feels like when you open a pack of cigarettes and you're looking at every one of them and you're just like, oh.
Every
Do
time.
you count, make sure there's 21 of them in it? Is it 21?
It's 20, I believe. No, I don't. I just.
No, just grab one and start burning. Huh?
Well, I do the lucky thing.
Oh, so here we go.
Turn one upside.
All right, so it looks like each row this way is going to be our different. So I will give. Who wants the first choice? Should we start with the original, just OG Stone?
Yeah, to go ahead and get our taste buds the way they need to be.
And I looked it up, and I told they started putting all their emblems on upside down. I guess so when you're like pounding it, everybody can tell. But I'm sure they have a reason. Also, that is not the devil on this, it's a gargoyle. And it's supposed to ward off, you remember they put them on churches and stuff to ward off bad spirits? It's supposed to ward off like bad spirits to the beer, like in the ingredients and stuff, which I thought was cool.
Now,
Pop mine open real quick.
the label is supposed to be upside down, right? Stupid question.
He just said that.
Somebody's not over here.
Yeah. Oh,
We
God.
just-
Sorry.
You want to tell them how
drinks at the Brahman Brewery last night.
Well, casual.
So,
They started casual.
yeah, started casual, rapidly devolved, but we're making it.
So
you're still alive. That's all.
Still alive.
Still alive.
Surviving, living.
well, I'm not gonna go over this because this is OG. Let's start with a. You want to start working out random, or what do we got? Working out, lifting, drinking.
Guys, I'm just along for the ride. I mean, I guess we'll start by tasting this delicious beer. It's good. It's smooth. Easy drinker. Easy drinker.
Yeah, I'm telling you, West Coast IPA all day. Okay, so it just came out. I know you watched it with me, and I know you probably didn't watch it, but the Snyder Cut.
Far superior movie. Thumbs up. Better CG.
The thing that so the Snyder Cut is there was a theatrical version, which I believe was
Of what?
Justice League.
Okay.
So Justice League came out. Apparently, when they were making Justice League, Zack Snyder had an issue with, I think, a death in the family or something like that. He had to pull away. He had filmed it all, or most of it, and then had to pull away, and they brought another guy in. Well, he released one. I didn't think it was all that bad, but people hated it. Fucking horrible. The original Justice League.
That came out a few years back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, everybody was like, well, what did Zack do? What did Zack Snyder? And released the Snyder Cut trend and kept trending. And I think it's the first time that the people have actually trended something into fruition.
Okay.
Because I think HBO bought the rights to, what was it? DC and...
I believe HBO bought Warner Brothers.
Yeah, who owns DC. There's a lot going on. But anyway, they deemed it possible. They gave him like $70 million to film a little bit more, and they were like, give us what you got. And this motherfucker came out with a 4-hour long movie.
Yeah.
A 4-hour and like 2-minute long movie. And people were, the big thing was like, it's the same shit. We've already seen this. I mean, the first 30 minutes in, there's like no original film barely. There's a little bit, but like, it feels
Same
like...
plot, all different, totally different movie.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it was really good. So, watch the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Good moving in that.
Hashtag watch the Snyder Cut. Good movie. Good movie.
Yeah, they're trying to bring out
okay
like another thing. There's a few. They're trying to restore his universe now, which I think they should. The dude's killing it.
Snyder's universe?
They call it the Snyderverse.
Okay.
So they want him to still do the DC movies because they've already given somebody else the keys to Batman, and you got the girly vampire doing it, the one that shines when he gets in the light. Was it Twilight? Yeah, Twilight. They got him doing Batman. Listen to this shit. The dude in the beginning apparently refused to work out. It was like, and I think it backfired on him so bad that he started working out for the role. Yeah. You don't work out when you're Batman? Or what the hell is that?
Don't really know the direction they're going with that or why they would do that.
I'm excited. I'm gonna give it a go. I guess we'll get into some lifting talk. This is what we're talking about today.
Right up my alley.
When does a lifting just an avid lifter here,
Just fucking killing it.
Riding the wheel.
when does a total become impressive, or when do you start paying attention to a total? Now, a total. Avid lifter here. Do you want to explain what a total is?
A total is the total amount of weight you are moving. At any given lift.
Sure, yeah. So it's the big three. The original total, not the CrossFit total, was your bench, your squat, and your dead. And when does somebody's total become, I don't want to say like, we're not talking mountain standards here, where like you're hitting record numbers for any human that's ever lived, but to an average human, when does it become like, okay, you're doing something. You're not an average Joe.
I think everybody is after the elusive 2000.
But what, I'm talking about average Joe.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
people really into the sport are after the 2000. I mean, a fuck like me and you, I mean, 15, 1600.
I mean, I think starting out at 1,000 is pretty like, all right, dude, you're not sitting on the couch. Because you're looking at...
That's 350 a lift.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, you're going to get more on the dead in the squat, and you got a guy
So
like
let's
me.
say 1200.
1200.
Let's say 1200.
That's when you're like, okay, this dude, you can,
Because
you have
between
some spot.
between a squat and a deadlift, you should hit 1,000 right now. And if you
Jesus.
dude,
I
I ain't.
don't hit that. I'm not hitting 500 on both of them.
Well, that's true.
So
So
you're a strong motherfucker.
say you do 5, 4, 3, that's still 12. You know?
I have the goal. Like I would like to hit 500 on dead by the end of this year.
Yeah.
After those pulls the other day, I was like, we're moving in the right direction. The squat today, though, god damn.
It sucks.
I'm still doing those sets of 10, and I was talking to a guy that I met at Alpha, his name's Chester, he Olympic lifts, and I was just telling him, I was like, dude, I don't know how many more weeks I got of these 10s. Like, it's fucking miserable. Like, after every set of 10, I look at my watch, I'm like, all right, dude, you got 5 minutes, you can get your ass on this bar again. Like, 7 minutes pass, and I'm still walking, sweating. It's not like I'm, bullshitting. I'm just still not recovered enough, I think, to hit another set
Still
of 10.
breathing deep.
Yeah, and but that night, I mean, it's going up. Fuck, I'm ready. I think maybe one more weekend I'm gonna move down to 8s or 6s. But even, dude.
So are you deciding when you?
I'm going on feel.
Yeah.
Once I feel like I've plateaued, everybody plateaus, and I will not stop on that first plateau. I'm like, cause if you just keep showing up a little bit, you're gonna break through it, and then you'll start usually adding numbers to that. You'll break through, and then all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, like I got a lot more in the tank here. So I've plateaued once and came like roaring out of it a couple weeks ago, and now I'm just like, dude, this is kicking my ass.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that I want to go to 8s. And last time I did this, I want to say like 2 to 3 weeks of 8s, and then I went to 6s pretty quick. It traveled down kind of pretty quick after that.
Once you started
Yeah.
more weight.
It's always weird when you drop the volume on sets because you're not breathing heavy, so you feel like you're not working, but then you do your next set and your legs aren't able to push that heavier weight up because you're really working hard, but the heart rate's not, there. So it's always interesting when you first transfer to those lower numbers, which I'm excited to do. But 1,200 pounds, I'm gonna see if I can hit that this year and impress you.
5, 4, 3.
Dude, I mean, shit, to hit 300 on a bench press, that's where we're lacking at. My all-time high, I've never been a bencher because, obviously that CrossFit background. I'm not John here, I'm not picking up parked cars and shit, and rescuing old ladies and damsels in distress. But it was 275 was my max bench press while CrossFitting. So I've never given bench the actual, try.
It's fucking no point.
I know we've had this talk, I think bench is overrated, but I do respect why somebody, that is a movement. I mean, you push shit away from you. It's a functional movement, so bench press does make sense to me. Like, if I'm in an Indiana Jones movie and the walls are caving in, and I can fucking break the gears, and I can break the gears with my arms, how badass is that?
Let's just hope your arms are longer than
Forget
the
the
spikes.
squat. Forget the squat position or a deadlift position, like jamming my legs up. I'm benching us out of here.
Now, let me jump in here real quick. Because I got a problem with the bench is not important. Bench is the most important. It's the only thing you should be worried about. I mean, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what you working? Chest and arms.
So you never
Chest
give
and
your
arms.
chest or arms a break.
No.
It's just a constant,
chest,
like runners
chest.
in a marathon. It's just, hey, we're running today.
Yeah.
How do you train for a marathon? You just run, right?
That's right. It's just like chest and chest. It's like that's the
I
first
think-
thing most people will ask you. What is your bench, man? Are you putting up 3 plates? Are you a man?
Who are you talking to though? That's all they ask you. What's your bench?
I mean, it comes up it comes up in daily conversation. I answer the phone at work. Hi, John Martin here. I put up 3 plates. What about you? What's your bench, man? Oh my.
So build the chest and fuck the rest, huh?
Pretty much. Hey, that rhymes.
You do have the one hashtag that you use that I've always thought was pretty fucking cool. Was the what was it? Fuck the wad. Work
Fuck the wads, build the quads.
That's we need to run with that in some form or fashion. Have you guys got enough of this one? Want to try another one, or we just keep sipping on this one?
You try another one.
It's up to y'all.
Which one you want, John?
Dealer's choice, man. Stick one out there.
Before we move on though, this is a very old recipe. This is like late 90s, early 90s recipe, and it still holds true today. Like, IPAs have come a long way since then. This is still really good.
They really knew what they were doing.
Better than what we're doing. Ooh, you're going for the gusto.
Oh, sir.
Crack mine open so I can dig into what we're doing here.
Did y'all notice the?
Oh, I think it's great.
Yeah.
That is great.
Shit, I didn't notice
Yeah,
that.
that's the chain from a bicycle foot. So when I used to cycle,
Yeah.
you know, and you can fold this little fucker up, it don't take up no room. Yeah.
See, I've just been tearing them off with my hands like a man, but if I was gonna use a little tool like that, that's neat.
FML. Is that really? So they went FML. Fuck my life, I guess. Fear Movie Lions. I wonder what made them choose that.
So it don't say fuck my life.
I guess. So, New England style IPA. Yeah, that's giving the smell of a New England style IPA. But it's rooted in the West Coast style IPAs. Oh, no, I'm reading it wrong. This is, they're moving away from it with this one. And it's a double.
Don't taste like a double.
Doesn't?
It does not taste like a double.
It's 8.5.
Yeah.
That's not bullshit.
I'm telling you, it don't taste like it.
See, I'm just not a huge fan of unfiltered. Got a little, it's not as clean.
I don't know, that tastes pretty clean.
You don't like it?
That's definitely
I
not.
actually like that beer.
That's,
Yeah.
it may be because we came from the original,
Yeah.
which has got a very, like, bitter smack to it.
Yeah.
This is smoother. You know, obviously it's a New England, so it's not gonna, like, overwhelm you with bitterness. In
Right.
my opinion, when they try to, they always taste a little weird. But it does taste a lot lighter and a lot smoother. For a double, I would have, if you would have put them in a blind testing, I would have been like, that's the double and this is like some bullshit single. So they did very well with that one.
That is a good beer.
Well, we're gonna talk about something real cool. When we were gonna do this one, John Candy was in the news. I wanna say it was the anniversary of his passing.
Okay.
For those that don't know who John Candy is, you've got Planes, Trains, Automobiles. His biggest one, I want to say, it's not his biggest movie, but the one that I think really like got a lot of generations paying attention was Cool Runnings, because he, you know, is a Disney backed. But my favorite with him is always Uncle Buck. Can't be beaten. I will watch that movie every time it's on TV. Like, I don't care. I will watch that movie over and over until I'm blue in the face. But it was his passing, and it got me thinking. He died way too early. This may sound a little morbid, but I would trade him for Chris Farley. I always found him better than Chris Farley because the humor is a little different, and
Two totally different styles.
I like John Candy's funny more than I like the kind of slapstick. Oh, you know, I'm always over the top. Chris Farley movies are all great. Like that doesn't mean that I'm like, oh, I fucking hate Chris Farley. Love Chris Farley movies. Can quote most of them. But John Candy, I think he's put out some like actual front to back really good movies.
Yeah, because I mean, just look at the comedic actors that were in all his shit.
Yeah.
They were all phenomenal themselves. You know, Chris Farley was the physical humor. I mean, he was always fucking up. Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of slapstick or physical humor, with the exception of Chris Farley.
Yeah, because
he has so much energy to it.
They got Beverly Hills Ninja on Netflix right now, and I watched it not too long ago, and it's funny. And it's a lot of slapstick humor, but it's still really funny. With all that, who do y'all think is the best comedic person going into that comedy role in film? You've got like Jim Carrey. You've got Adam Sandler. Chris Rock has done film and stand up. Who do you think's got like the best? And I know it's not easy, but we got a lot of beer here. We could have a chat.
So if you want to go straight off who's most successful,
I don't want to say necessarily most successful. I want your honest opinion on whose movies out of those guys do you like the most. I mean, I already said John. early Adam Sandler, before he started having a wife and kids, was hilarious.
Yeah, of course. Now on him, he done put out 1,000 fucking movies. He's probably the most successful with all his own shit.
Yeah, I think he writes, directs, acts, like it's his
owns
own
the production
production.
company,
Yeah, the dude's probably making more money than he knows what to do with on each film. Even if the movie is not even, which is probably why he doesn't mind just farting one out, because he's like, hey, it didn't cost me nothing. Like, it's just gonna be him and his buddies hanging out.
Yeah, I'm about to say, all you gotta do is be one of his friends and you're gonna be a millionaire too.
Which I highly respect. He's, I don't want to say the word drug, but he's brought along so many friends of his
It's
and
the
comedians,
same group.
which I highly respect. I love that. Like Waterboy, even like you like random dudes come popping into that in random times.
I think they were his old roommates, right? College roommates?
I don't know that much about it, but
Happy Gilmore is probably the best one.
Yeah,
I like Waterboy better.
Waterboy is a classic. Oh, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, classic.
Yeah, you got your old,
Big
your
three.
really old ones. What was it? It was Billy Madison, and what was the other one out at the time?
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore.
No, the other really slapstick. Oh man, my brain is not working. Oh, whatever. We won't go down that rabbit hole, but I guess Billy Madison. I guess Billy Madison to me, or Adam Sandler
I mean, he had such a run because he was putting out 1 or 2 movies a fucking year.
Yeah.
So
Chris Farley had Black Sheep, and what was the other one that there was two? He had like 2 of them right in a row. It was Black Sheep with what's his name?
David Spade.
David Spade. He had 2 of them with David Spade, which those 2 together.
Fat guy, little coat.
Yeah. It was that one with the brake. They were selling the brake pads, and the other one, his brother was political. It was like running for office, and he was trying to help him win, and was just complete and utter embarrassment. Oh, it had the fucking dude that lost his mind in it. I think it was a motorcycle accident or something. Hers mind. It had the oh my god, we were talking about it the other day on a podcast I was listening to. Y'all would know it as soon as I said it, but he's like in a trailer or something like that when they're trying to find. He's some ex-military guy in a trailer. I think he steals their car, and they go and find him, and that was him. I wish I could remember, but he's in that movie. Anyway.
So, never been Jim Carrey? Never been a Jim Carrey fan.
Yeah, he had a mask. Which
Little-
had
little
Cameron
too
Diaz in
samey.
it, and that was her coming out party. Everybody that was young and you saw Cameron Diaz in that movie, you were instantly a Cameron Diaz fan.
Not a big fan of hers.
In that movie, I bet you were. Go back and watch it. Google it. Next on my list is a very massive topic for gamers, and it kind of goes along with our sponsor. Do you want to do the sponsor now, or you want one more?
So, since you brought it up, we might as well go right into it.
I'm hungry.
This week's sponsor brought to you by Pringles. So they shipped us a limited edition.
Apparently that one is only available in Walmart.
And the Critter household. They shipped us one.
Yes.
So it is the Wavy MOA Burger.
What is the MOA?
Fuck, I don't know.
I feel because it's a Halo special edition, which brings us into our next topic. We're going to talk about Halo video games.
So
but
probably one of them nerds out there, if they watch this, they can tell us what
that
they
would be me. I've played enough Halo to last generations.
I wasn't a big fan of the Halo. Well, I never played it, but that's fine.
You're a little bit older
Yeah.
than my group.
Man.
I bet this is good. I've had high hopes for you. Or for you, I'm meaning this canister here.
Let's see what we got here. Let's see what a mobile burger is.
That tastes like a fucking cheeseburger. Oh, it's got some spice to it. I don't know what we're eating, but whatever it is, it's excellent.
Nice little bit of heat at the end.
Pringles.
Easy.
Yeah, outdid yourself again. These are great.
Yes. Like always, keep sending them. We're gonna keep telling you how good they are because y'all never disappoint. So
Now,
Well, we'll see what I can get from the internet as far as exotic flavors.
Halo. I know you are an avid Halo fan. shit did you talk on Halo back in the day with your beginner mic and headphone set?
I played a little bit of Halo, but my bread and butter was the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, so you started your shit talking on that?
Yes, and boy, I could really get under people's skin. People don't like it when you tell them you're a trust fund baby, and your parents spent more on your rehab in a year than your parents made in a year, you little kid. Little things like that. Sitting in my trailer house with a single box fan, only had one blade on it, fooling me off, whipping up on little kids. Just little things like that.
The best thing we would do is because at the time I started playing it, like, you know, Halo, and I was always a COD fan, Call of Duty, and we would, at that time you had to like plug the headset into the controller. And so we would always like, there'd be, you know, a group of us playing, but one person online, so be like, here, you talk shit, so you'd have like fucking comms beside you talking shit to people, and one person playing, so you could really focus in on playing while the other dude's just straight fucking boom, boom, hitting them like your mom, and you know, I won't even say the shit that goes through, you know, little
Teenage boys.
Well, older than that, 20
years.
people with zero filters and you know all that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, I can't
But
really
dude,
get into it.
you would hear little kids on there, like you just trying to make them cry. Like I mean, I won't say, like I said, I won't say it, but it was always go for the jugular time.
Yeah.
Like how are we gonna destroy your day? Hell, even your week, make you question yourself in every way possible.
Never played online.
Dude, so you're a little bit older than us. You had did you ever have a console like Atari or Nintendo or
Nintendo, the original.
Were you like, did you play it avidly or were you just kind of?
Once I threw the controller against the door, and the old man found out, he took it. So that it
You
might
weren't
have
putting up
been,
with any shit.
yeah, it might have been maybe 6 months of playing Duck Hunt and Contra.
Oh, dude, Contra, the code, I forgot the code.
Up, down, left, right,
I thought about putting that on a shirt with kilos and ounces, but with beer bottles pointing into the directions. Yeah, Contra was big. I remember that one. I had the Nintendo, neighbor kids had a Nintendo. Atari it was in our time, but just a
Very
little
tail
before
end.
our time. I think I was a little, like right on the cusp of when Nintendo came out. And I remember, because it was just two controllers, so one buddy, and you know, everybody's sitting around, but it was just two people playing
One
at a time.
joystick, you know.
Yeah, and then I had Sega,
Shit.
and then there was Super Nintendo, all two player, but then N64, Nintendo 64
Oh, yeah.
came out, and that's when all, like, you
Game
know,
changer.
we all met each other and everything, so all the kids would come over to the house. We got 4 controllers, 4 cord. I mean, I think we had a TV
30
that was like
TV.
this one time, and it was like now I couldn't even see it. You know, my vision, I couldn't even see
But
it.
we didn't. It was hard. Times were hard, guys.
You
we didn't
even
know any better.
I think about it, play on it now. It was like I couldn't see a damn thing, but back then,
I don't think back then they made a TV any bigger than that either.
it didn't weigh under 100 pounds. I was talking about that with my dad the other day. I was like, remember when you moved a TV? And it was like, you had to have like 2-3 people just to move a 30-inch screen TV.
Some grown ass men.
Yeah, like it
Yeah.
would break your back sort
Yeah.
of shit.
Awkwardly shaped, weird weight
Yeah.
distribution.
This shit like a fucking refrigerator with a screen on it. Like, here you go, 30 inches. What?
Yeah.
Did y'all watch that Blockbuster documentary on Netflix?
Not yet.
Speaking of big TV
Uh-huh.
and VHS, yeah, the last.
The last Blockbuster?
Yeah,
I saw it pop up.
It's worth the watch, especially if you ever went as a kid. I actually went to more local places, like actual mom and pop video stores growing up. But I do remember going into like Rosenberg out of Richmond, making the drive to go to Blockbuster.
Friday night event back in the day.
But yeah, I do. You always tried to find the craziest fucking horror movie. We did. It was my buddy Noah. You know, Noah and I were all every weekend. He would come over, we'd hang out, and it was like find something crazy like Puppet Master, Pumpkinhead. You're just looking at the covers
Great
like, oh
movies.
yeah, this one's crazy. And then hopefully you get a weird sex scene in it or something like that. And you get to see boobies when you're like little.
Puppet Master, 80s movies.
Yeah,
Puppet Master, 80s movies. Great film. If no one's ever seen that one, great film.
Puppet Master, so we're gonna get into something deeper that y'all have no idea what we're getting into. Puppet Master scared the living shit out of me when I was a kid. Like,
I don't think I've seen that.
so this dude created these puppets, and the way they lived off of, what they lived off of, if I remember right, is they needed your brains, and he would make some serum. So they would go out, and they would always come out from under your fucking bed or something like that. So as a little kid, when you're watching this, you're like, you sleep in a bed every fucking day.
Yeah.
So they had like a big dude with a little head. He would like grab your legs so you couldn't go. Like,
We're talking there about this big.
Yeah, but he was built to like just grab your legs and hold on.
He was like a little John.
Then there was, like a little John with a normal head.
A normal head.
But like, yeah, then they had one dude with a hook and a blade. He'd get in, and then they had a dude that had a drill on his head. And he'd drill in it. Scared the shit out of me as a kid. And I've been, because I don't have a tattoo, and I've been trying to. It's not on the fact that I don't want one or that I'm scared to get one. I've just never seen one where I was like, that's the one. That's the one I want.
That on my body.
Yeah, I guess I'm too, I overanalyze too much, and I'm always like, But I thought about getting the main puppet tattooed on me. So I could look at it and be like, I'm not fucking scared of you anymore, motherfucker. I've thought about that numerous
Go to
times.
bed every night and look at it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll grab that little bastard now, like, dude, really? I'm gonna let it go out to some puppets? I'm using one puppet and beating them with the other. I'm gonna grab that big dude and just start beating them with it.
Just remember, make sure your first tattoo is on your face. Just jump right into it.
A couple of tears.
With a couple of Puppet Master tears, just
You
jump right
cannot
in.
go wrong with that.
You really can't. You're pot committed once you get a face tattoo.
I don't mean to get out of this conversation, but we're gonna go back into weightlifting.
Mm-hmm.
Ideas on warming up. This is a very, very important weightlifting thing to me, in the weightlifting world. It's not important to everybody, but in my world, warming up is top part. It's more important to me than the lifting part. Because if I don't do the warm up now, I'm not gonna lift. I will not hurt myself anymore. How do you feel about warming up?
I don't. I
See,
think
Just jump right in raw.
That's why.
I
Now, your warm up to me when I worked out with you in the past has been you kind of start out light, work your way up a
I
ladder.
warm up
With the movement.
with the movement, with weights and sets.
Yeah, yeah.
Warm up to
But that's
working
important.
sets. Yes. Now,
Yeah,
that's
I don't-
my warm up.
I don't
to
need you in
me.
the corner with a fucking foam roller and shit.
Right, I'm not doing none of that
Yeah.
bullshit. I don't fucking stretch.
Yeah.
I don't do none of that. My first exercise, I do probably, I don't know, 6, 7 sets, but the
Yeah.
first 3 or 4 warm-ups into the 3 working sets and
Yeah.
move on.
So squatting with you, I know you start with warming up the quad on some leg extensions,
Leg extensions.
which is a good way. And then for me, when I would do it with you, I would do that and just get into some air squats, like because I knew we were gonna squat. I know the legs are gonna move. Now when I squat, because I squat by myself, I usually go through like some sort of like squat progression, like just going through how I would squat, but I get on the floor. So you get in like a doggy style position on the floor for me. Just get my back moving, get my legs moving, get my hamstrings moving, my quads moving, my calves moving. Just get moving, and then I'll start with the barbell and then just work up in the sense.
Yeah.
But I have to do a lot of some plank holds, just because my core is all fucked. CrossFit is not only stole my soul, but it has also stole body parts. So
This shit don't work just right, huh?
but I know you're not a fan of warming up, right? You're a fan of pre-workout and go.
I was, when I am working out, which is all the time, I mean, I do just static stretching. What the crap they used to teach you in high school. I do some stretching for about 5 minutes. You know, get the arms moving. The one time when I didn't used to warm up, the time I set my shoulder.
Right.
So I get the arms flailing around, you know, just going up and down.
Doing some circles.
Doing some circles, yes sir. Now you can tell me, how effective is that at preventing?
Oh, that's great.
Is it? Okay.
That's phenomenal.
Honestly, the
Okay.
circles does cause some fire in the shoulders.
Well,
so
around my arms. Yeah.
does a couple laps in the pool, gets out, does
You're
a
not
bench
waxing
press.
on, waxing off, I mean.
And then after that, I do that for about 5 solid minutes. And then, you know, when I
Arms for 5
no, but stretches, grab your knees, touch your feet, sit down, put your head where your shoes are, Indian style. I don't know the names of anything. I'm just that awesome, because most of this is God-given, you know.
That is true.
But then I'll go in and just do it with the weight, do it with the movement. Play the bar up with just no weight on it a few times, because you remember I'm only doing bench.
But you need to tell them that your barbell is actually 135.
135 barbell, that's correct.
Yeah, you don't even count the first plate. That's empty board.
No, his barbell is actually 135.
Oh.
He doesn't do bullshit with first plate. First plate
Bar itself.
First plate is 225. He doesn't bullshit with any other.
Take notes.
What's
Watching this video.
Take notes.
Take notes.
All right, let's crack open another one.
Do the exotic?
Yeah. Yeah. What I forgot.
We got the exotic
Uh-huh.
and the tangerine. Which one you want to do?
I'm for either. I know I've had the tangerine. It's just damn good beer.
See that one? That one is a normal.
Hop fuel jerky.
So like I said, this one was only made for this mixture. So I'm interested to see how it tastes.
We shall let y'all know. See, I don't have Colin over here, so I got to use the bottle.
Yeah,
Colin.
could have used your help.
Yeah.
I thought you seem like a man who could just take that right off with your bare hands.
I mean, I can, but there's no reason to show off here.
No.
Friends.
I wonder why this one isn't upside down.
Is it a mistake, maybe?
It's even that way on the box. So they really thought about it.
I think because they knew it was just going to be exclusive.
Stone needs to fucking message us and let us know what was going through your mind. What do we got, John? Pass the sniff test?
Pass the sniff test.
7.5, which in my opinion,
Smooth for 7.5.
6 to 8 is perfect. Oh, it smells good. Look, I've had too many of these fucking hamburger chips and they're really good. I don't know what's really going on here, but it's good. It's nice and smooth.
My taste buds are a bit fried from
Does this
last
smell?
night, but it's good.
It smells heavily fruity. But I don't get the fruit flavor from it.
I'm not getting the fruit. It's just as smooth as the FML.
Let's see here. Where are we at? John, hit us with some important information.
Well,
This would be the one that I didn't look up.
it's decent artwork.
Same as everything.
Bringing along vivid notes of tropical fruit, tangerine, and berry. Hops are capable of some amazing things, and so is your imagination.
This is good.
Yeah.
Out of all three of them, I think this might be my favorite so far. But it could be the hamburger.
The hamburger got some spice to it.
Yeah, it's excellent. This is,
Yeah.
once again.
So I looked up.
Once again, killing it.
I looked up what a mole was. It's a giant flightless bird on one of the halo planets.
Oh, that's kind of random.
Real ingredients, I don't know.
It was made out of real cheeseburger.
Made out of real cheeseburger. Maybe it's made out of real emu or something.
So one of the characters called Mo?
No, it's a.
It's a
Okay,
bird.
it's just a
big
bird, but I'm
bird.
saying none of the characters you could play.
I don't think so.
Okay.
So, I've only got 2 more topics on this thing, so we're gonna have to, y'all are gonna have to come up with something on the fly. John, you're making a beer. It needs a name. Do you know where I'm going with this? This is a conversation we had. What are you naming your beer?
Oh, we're naming it Scheisebomb. This just sounds awesome, which is German for shit bomb. I think. Maybe.
You think?
It sounds good.
We were talking about that one day. We were like, what'd you name your beer? He said, Scheisebomb. Without even a fucking, like, a
No
second
hesitation,
step.
huh?
That was it. So whatever it was rolling around in his head, that's what came out. I was highly impressed.
So we need to start brewing.
No, we do not. That's a whole other thing I don't want to get into.
I mean, we got a couple irons in the fire, you know, we gotta do it all.
Every iron in the. I will tell you this much: with the intellect that my brain has, that beer would taste like shit and get you hammered.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm going for. Flavor does not matter. Does this have a punch? Well, then get me where I'm going.
I'm not good with just exact, precise measurements. You know, throw a little salt in there, throw a little flour
Your
in
only
there.
goal with making alcohol
Beer, you gotta be
should
pretty precise.
is how many of these does it take to get me obliterated?
Well, we
And
can-
the less I can have of it, the better.
We can
So
just
if
make
it's
some-
one and done, like you're on the floor,
Hey, we can just make some trash can wine if that's the case.
I'll
Make
take-
some chalk.
I'm taking
Getting
some
good.
Coors Light, adding like motor oil to it. That's how my beer is gonna be. Straight to the
Mixing
point.
Coors in a heavy stout, huh?
Ooh, good God. All right. Y'all have any topics? Anything y'all want to talk about? Current events? Anything going on in your lives?
Not particularly.
Because I've got one more thing, and it's going to be, I'm interested to see how y'all take to it. It may not take much of a conversation, but I'm interested to see what y'all say about it.
Hangover cures.
John.
The best way to cure a hangover starts the night of drinking. Drink 2 beers, drink water. Eat some food, drink more water. Before you go to bed, drink some more water and some Advil. You'll feel all better in the morning, and it makes all the difference.
So you did not follow those instructions last night?
No, not at all.
Now, we had a video blurt, and I don't know how that's going to pan out here, but you are hungover today.
Yeah.
Like, like a hangover from God type.
It was, I haven't felt that bad in quite some time. Had a few too many casual cocktails last time.
You had a few.
Had a few. You know, like 3 or 4 beers. You know, nothing major. It's just I have a week, you know, most of my body is geared towards staying in shape and being big. So 3 or 4 beers is enough to give me a pretty bad hangover.
It just drug you down.
Just
huh?
drug me down.
But I thought you had a phenomenal immune system. You said.
I do, but I mean,
The immune system does not
the
involve
immune system
alcohol.
is not all alcohol. I got a great tolerance though. Too.
You think a hangover cure is just being proactive?
Is being proactive, stopping it from happening in the first
Now,
place.
if you're not proactive,
Greasy food.
this is where I come alive. So, before my slowing down of alcoholic beverages, I would have roughly, I don't want to throw out crazy numbers here, but I'd say I'd finish roughly a 6-pack or a few big drinks before 10 a.m. Just before lunch would open up, you know? So I would wake up, say it's 6 a.m., kind of get up, it's Saturday morning, I'm hungover. Well, actually, I'm still drunk, whatever that between period,
Yeah.
where you're kind of floating,
Yeah.
like a cartoon through the house. Oh man, John, you're not the porn, not the porn. So, I go to the kitchen, you start the coffee. If you didn't have caffeine, if I didn't have a bang or some sort of thing like that, start the coffee. Get some coffee in the system. Your engine is revving up.
Going.
Then, as that's cooking, open the fridge. Choice between bullshit beer, which I kept on top of the refrigerator. I don't keep that shit cold. That's that Coors Light and all that. No, that's just on top of the fridge.
Guys are animal here.
I'm either
Hot
grabbing
beer.
that, or we're going in. And if I had good IPA or something really solid, I'm starting on that. We're hitting IPAs.
So
I'm
that was
coming out strong as fuck, like 6 a.m.
before or after your coffee?
While the
While the
coffee's
coffee's
cooking.
making.
Yeah.
Okay.
While the coffee's becoming coffee, while it's going from bean to liquid, we're drinking liquid. Yeah. So
Getting your fluids up.
that was my way to do it. And then I would just, I think it's a funny term to use in this sort of instance, but I would just microdose alcohol the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Just keeping that nice, like, thin line between the hangover and completely hammered. I love
Because on the
that.
second day, that is a thin line between
Yeah.
being hungover and shit-faced drunk once again.
Yeah, I got pretty proficient with my body with knowing that line. Now, obviously, every once in a while you misgauge and you careen into the fucking catacombs of death, or you know, had a hangover from hell. But yeah, I prided myself on being 72 hours drunk for absolutely no reason.
Just because it's the weekend.
I don't know why I thought that was so fucking cool though.
It's the weekend.
That
That's
was
why.
I learned a lot the last year. But yeah, so if we're talking hangover cures, that was my, if I was going out old school way, Bloody Mary. Say we're in the Sugar Land area. Say we're in the Sugar Land. I go to Report. Show up to Report. I order the boudin balls, like something that's got something to it, like comfort food. Cause when I'm hungover, I can't eat. Like it's really hard for me to eat. So I need something that I can finger food, like chips and dip, or like a boudin ball, something like
Just
that.
getting in there.
Yeah,
Kinda-
just
Yeah.
poke the, poke. and then I would go with like a Bloody Mary. When I ordered that, I started getting that in the system. You start to kind of loosen up. I would order, what was it? A Beta Amber. So this is report talk here. We go with like a darker caramel beer. I'd get that going, and as soon as I felt that, like, oh, we're coming alive, pickle shot.
Oh.
Pickle shot. Oh. Pickle shot. And then,
You good for
what's
the
a
rest of the
hangover?
day.
I don't even know about no hangover. I don't even
You're
remember.
drunk at that point. You don't feel it anymore.
Exactly. All we're saying is, John, you got a lot of whiskey behind you. There's no reason why you should be hungover.
I'm starting to feel better now. Now that I got the Gatorade in me and these tasty mo chips, just a little bit of beer knocks that junk.
All right. Speaking of beer, let's get to this last one here, and then we're gonna get to one of my last conversational pieces. So far out of these, that was my favorite.
It was good beer.
It's yeah. Pop time. This may be the most I've had in a long time.
It's been a full 2 weeks for me.
Oh yeah, you haven't been drinking. You're on the look good naked,
Yep. Oh shit, let me open mine.
which doesn't lead us to much kilos and ounces, just leads us to more kilos.
But this diet eventually gonna end. I'll be back on a
Gotta
fucking
stay
wagon.
fresh. So they add a fuck ton of tangerine to this thing and pineapple. Apparently
Oh, even the fucking.
they go balls to the wall with the amount of stuff, like an entire one in each can almost type thing. 6.7 is solid. I gotta sneeze.
Pretty good.
Come on out of there.
Let the demons out, Chris. There you go.
Man. Allergic to the citrus.
I just realized we're not sitting 6 feet apart.
Never.
Oh no.
You could.
Fuck you, had the 6 foot.
Hey, that's good. All right. So this is a fan favorite to a couple people I know. So. All right.
This ain't a bad hazy.
No.
It don't.
I told
It
you.
don't taste like a fucking hazy.
Well, it's not a New England style. It's just a hazy IPA. That's where in the beginning, when the IPA or the New England style came out roaring, you know, it's a hazy technically, but I'm like, man, I'm not a fan of the hazy too much. It just give me indigestion and stuff.
Yeah.
But you can get some hazy IPA, which just has a slight kind of fruit to it. It's not what they call juicy.
Yeah.
Juicy, yeah.
So juicy is when you start getting into borderline like mimosa with beer type thing,
That's
which
bullshit.
gives me
The
a lot of
indigestion.
it gives me a lot of indigestion and heartburn. All right, I've been saying that I have this one thing. It's morbid, but it led me to believe that it's, it was interesting. Do you know that during cremation that the body gets to a perfect cooking
Ooh.
temperature? Like where it cooks the human body is like medium.
So people are pulling it out and probing it, checking it, make sure it's at the right
Now, they're not
temperature.
doing
or what?
that, but the human body does reach a perfectly cooked temperature inside that.
165. Like,
I don't know
man.
what it is, but it was an interesting thought when I thought about it the other day. I was like, holy shit, the human body is like cooked perfectly in that thing.
I mean, 'cause
For like a split second.
I
So like,
prefer my people raw. I mean, that's just personal there.
However Jeffrey Dahmer was doing it, obviously he had it down because fuck, he ate tons of
A
people.
little
That's
fucking
a-
beans, you know.
cannibalism is pretty fucking wild.
Ah, that's
They
fucking
say
weird.
the human body tastes like the closest thing to is pig. They said pigs is like the closest flavor. I guess they talked to people that eat human.
The crazy.
And they were
Well-
like, it's pig. Like it tastes like pig.
If you look at a pig, our skin, it's the closest skin you would get to a person's freaking
Yeah.
skin.
But
That's
that's
the
all.
closest thing out there. So,
You sure about that?
Awesome.
Yeah, I saw a wild fucking hog.
a hog or pig, different story.
Yeah.
But
You could take a domestic
that's
pig
true.
and release it within a month. It's gonna grow tuss and have long ass hair.
Isn't that crazy how they do that?
Well, that's what happens
I mean-
to humans when you leave them out in the wild, right?
I know it grows
Big
tusks.
tusk and long hair.
Hell, like hair, yeah, but I mean, they'll turn into full blown, like you couldn't tell the
I
difference.
have-
Color changes and everything.
I don't know if I'm gonna beat your hunting pig stories. I've got a few hunting pig stories, but I have one of the ultimate pig stories of all time. Now, back in my day of preaching the good news of the Lord, I was invited down, it was actually after, but I was invited down to do some drumming for a guy that was gonna go like do some worship music for this church group that was doing, they were gonna be building some homes in Mexico. Now, mind you, I'd already done like 3 years in missionary work in Mexico, and this guy wanted to go basically to where I was living for that 3 years. So I was like, oh yeah, why not? I'll go back down there, see the old stomping grounds, and I'll go in, I'll play the drums.
Go get stabbed
Yeah,
again.
go get stabbed, why not? I don't know, why not? So we're out there. I know everywhere we're going. These people have no idea. I'm almost like leading them to where they're telling me where to go. Because I've driven all over this area. I know exactly where we're at. We get to this house, they're building. I'm not really doing much. I just out there hanging out, chatting with like the high ups and stuff like that. Next thing I know, wheel out this big ass pig, alive. I know what's gonna happen. Everybody's like, oh, look at this pig, look at this pig.
Oh.
All the kiddos, look at this pig. This is a big motherfucking pig too. Next thing you know, I walk off, I'm not even thinking they're gonna kill it. I know they're gonna kill it, but it's common knowledge to me. It's not a big deal. I'm not gonna sit there and watch it, but I just walk off to walk off stage. I start hearing them fucking squealing. And what they're doing is they're dropping boiling water on this motherfucker and shaving it up and getting it and then, cutting it.
Before they cut it, they were
they didn't give a fuck. This thing starts fucking squealing to high heaven. They're looking to get its skin. They start cooking all this shit. Then they cut its throat and this mother, all these kids. These are high school age kids too, junior high school age kids.
Oh, see, I was picturing like little children, like 5-year-olds, just blood.
You can see the blood like running down the like dirt road and everything. That's my funny pig story.
So them kids didn't eat pig for the rest of their life.
Maybe, I don't know. I got a funny rabbit story like that too. Now this may be taking too much time though, but I gotta tell it. So this is back when I was leading missions trips. We got a group of 50 kids with us. Show up to this church, they got all these rabbit cages. I might have told you this story, but I haven't told the people this story. Bunch of rabbit cages. All the girls, oh look at these little rabbits, those precious rabbits. It was actually cool. I petted some of them, I honestly didn't think what was gonna happen to them was gonna happen to them. We go out and do some missionary work in the area, talking about the church. This is at a church. We're at a church, they have rabbits. That's cool. Hey, we're gonna go around, talk to kids. We had lunch. We ate lunch. No, we had lunch. Brought sandwiches, ate lunch. For dinner, they're gonna cook us dinner. So these kids are gonna get an authentic Mexican meal. Not Tex-Mex, not, California Mex.
Real Mexican.
Real Mexican authentic cuisine here, which is nothing like what we eat here.
Yeah.
So we come back, all the girls looking for the rabbits. All the cages are empty. Where's the rabbits? Rabbits. I know where the rabbits at. They made tamales for us. And they made them in the banana leaves, so these aren't the little tamales that we kind of have here. These are your authentic big ass tamales. Like one will do you, two will put you under. They're big tamales. They're rabbit tamales. All the girls kept out, all the little, where's rabbit? They must have took them home. That was back when I could give a white lie, Jesus don't mind white lies. They must have took their rabbits home. Oh no, sweetie, you ate all the rabbits.
Yeah, the fucking body.
They ate the rabbits. And those rabbit
Rabbits coming
tamales
back home
were
with you.
fucking good.
Probably the best tamale you ever had.
Yeah, best out of Mexico, because some of the Tex-Mex tamales are smaller ones, which I don't want to say they're Tex-Mex. There could be just lack of knowledge. They could just be the same, just a different form of making them. But the small ones, they got a lot of flavor in them too. The ones down in Mexico don't always have a lot of flavor, because the spice down in Mexico is always interesting to me, because I spent 99.99999, if not 100% of my time in very poor areas. Very poor. So there wasn't any seasoning. There wasn't a lot of good product. These people were giving me anything that they had.
They're using the food and the
This was sustenance. This is not we're not eating the best meal here. You're eating to survive.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the meals that I ate down in Mexico. I rarely had anything where I was like, wow, these are good. But the ones we have here have a lot of flavor to them. There's some spice, some seasoning. The ladies got, the ones that sit around and know how to really make them, excellent. But those were good. I do remember them. And that was my first and only time eating rabbit, I believe. I don't think I've had a rabbit.
We always have rabbit dinner for Easter.
Oh, yeah. For Easter? Oh. Dude, rabbits apparently I've
never
had
actually had
it
it, but
a little way, but I don't know how, know,
Rabbit's really good.
I don't even know the preparation for rabbit. Like, other than skinning and stuff, but like, how are you cooking this little fucking critter?
Throw it in a fucking stew. Cook it down.
That's
You
what
can
I've
choke
seen.
it down with some onions and it'll be
Yeah,
just fine.
so
just
it's
like that.
basically a soup. Anytime I've seen like some sort of cook, or like a stew, I mean.
Yeah.
Anytime I've seen anybody talk about cooking it, it's always been in that fashion.
I mean, you can pan fry them some bitches. The smaller ones, them little tender fuckers, you can pan fry them.
They cooked them, so there's a show on Netflix, it's a barbecue show. They have a competition. I think it's probably the best cooking competition I've seen. And it's on Netflix, and it's incredible. And they have an episode where they all have to cook a type of game. And one person got set with rabbit, and I want to say they did a stew, and they did, like you said, they fried up little one. They made 2 versions of it, and that was, it looked good.
Yeah.
So my father tells stories about squirrel. Growing up in the mountains of West Virginia, squirrel, go out there and bag you a few of those, make squirrel and rice, squirrel gravy. Not much meat on it, but yeah. It's the same kind of thing. Make like a gravy, make a stew out of it, throw on some rice. So it's good to go.
Add beer.
Yeah.
Talking about beer, so what you think about the IPA mixed pack?
It's incredible. There wasn't a bad one in there.
No.
They make their Stone is known. Like if you're in the IPA world or any brewery world, if you're out of the big beer, I don't want to name any.
Yeah.
But if you're in the microbrewery world or any of the brewery world, these guys stand pretty high, pretty tall. Everyone, all 4 of them were excellent.
You got a favorite?
Usually if I hadn't had so many and chips and all that, if I were to order one out of all this, usually I either went with the original Stone or this one right here. Tangerine's fucking good. I've had this at Saucer numerous times and I've ordered it every time I've seen it. But that new one, the Exotic Destination, I'd like to taste that when I wasn't drinking a lot of other beer and eating chips.
On its own?
Because that seemed to have a really solid flavor to it. And its percentage is 7.5, which is second place in right behind the double. Also, the colors on the bottle look cool. Everything looked cool on it. This one pops though. This orange one.
It's good.
What do you think, John? What's your favorite?
Which one you like, John?
Tangerine.
That has pops
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
They've got numerous of these. So we're going to be doing these podcast things for a while. And I think what we need to do this year is they do a 12 Days of Christmas one.
Oh.
And I guess they do 12 different ones. And that video may go longer than this one. I mean, this one may be our longest video ever.
Oh, we could split it up into 2 different videos.
We could do 2 parts, so we could do, or we could do it every day. Let's just take off work and do one a day. 12 days right before Christmas.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah, there we go.
You was
Sorry,
you were
Bert.
down off at that time.
That's true. But they do that. I found that fascinating. I was like, damn, that's a really cool idea. It seems like they're getting pretty big in these. They got numerous of these, so we could find another one and try some more.
Yeah.
But out of every brewery on the planet, if I were to visit one, if I had the choice to visit one that I haven't seen yet,
Maybe
these
that one.
guys, yeah. Because I have not had a bad beer from them at all. Like, not even close. Not one where I was like, these are all fucking good. I would get a 6-pack of any of these and be very happy with all of them.
Yeah. These are good beer. I can't. It's between FML and the Exotic
Yeah.
for me.
FML was impressive on the fact that you're right. It was a double and it did not taste double.
like a double.
The original tasted more double.
Yeah.
Had more of a palate wreck to it than that FML.
So if you drink a 6-pack of them doubles.
Oh, you gonna?
Yeah.
Well, not John here.
Not me, guys.
Well, John would. Apparently a few, and he's his alcohol tolerance is low.
What he had, 3 or 4 last night, and he's right.
If I drink,
Body is just concerned about building.
if I drank 6 of those FMLs right now, I would be smashed.
Yep.
Alcohol tolerance is not what it was. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Done?
Cheers.
Cheers, fellas. That was fun.